Welcome back to episode 16 of Let's Play Distant Worlds Universe as a pirate faction. As we left off, we are struggling to to contain or to just prevent the empires from pushing us back, and we were not very successful at that. I believe we lost at least two bases, and we don't have the money to rebuild them. Just give us 1 minute. And we're back. Let's take a look at where we are compared to the other empire. Let's just look at comparison. And compared to the other pirates, we're not too bad. We are number 5 in the list. However, if you think about it, let's see if I can find my. Let's look at the diplomacy screen. So we now only have 3 bases left, and we have 3,000 firepower. Except that that's a little bit misleading because our ships are based on fighters, so which has a lot more firepower than that. But if you look at the empires themselves, like these guys, 12,000 firepower. These guys, 25,000 firepower. It's pretty bad. See if we can arrange some protection agreement. The problem is because I have not moved away from the fighter escort design, our military strength is so low that these guys don't truly care to take us up on our protections, because obviously, except for these newly created empire with 0 military strength, because anyone who has any bit of military is going um, to think that we're too weak to protect them. At least we get a couple more protection agreement, 3 more. Should bring our income up just a little bit, from minus 14,000 to maybe minus 13,000, or to minus 29,000. I think that's just because we have we're going to a new year, and as such, everything get recalculated. You can see our expenses are quite high. We spend 50,000 on ship maintenance alone, and apparently we bought quite a bit of resources. Not sure why we would do that, since we actually have all the resources that we need, and we actually not making enough money from our minds either, and that is pretty bad. Uh, we have very little income from our control colonies because we don't have many of them left. We have the one colony that we inherit, and then we have these few colonies that we barely control. We used to have more control over some of the planets, but they've all broken away from our controls. So given that, let's just go in and raid, because at this point I'm not sure what I can do in order to stem this flow of uh, just to stem the loss of ships and bases, because we need both fleets and bases in order to defend against some of these empire attacks. And but if we keep the fleet there, then we will not be able to use them for anything. So we can keep the sixth fleet here to protect this base, but we need to also use our fleet to raid and control more planet and do and things like that. And this is where another bug that is really annoying, and that is if we are sending out raiding party to, let's say, a ship, and it's get blown up, we end up losing those pods, those boarding pods, and they do not recover. So as you can see, this whole fleet here with 18 ships, I believe it's 18 ships, yes, with one pod each. Currently, there's only a few ships that have pods left. The other pods have all been missing in action somewhere. And because of that, our rating effectiveness will be less less and less over time unless we build new ships or retrofit away from the design that has boarding pod and then back to another one. But that's a lot of micromanagement that I would rather not have to do. So for example, here we have 2 pods left out of 18, maybe more. Some of these may not have recovered from the last raid, but still, even 5 out of 18 is very, very little. Since we have some money, I wonder if I should. No, I will not build another base there, because that base is doesn't have fuel, and as such it is a terrible place for a base, because it cannot recharge its weapon system or just sustain any kind of attack. Talking about that, let's see if we have out no, our agents are still out there trying to steal things, and hopefully we get robotic repair, which will help with these ships. Okay, so this is the picture of the galaxy. We are smack in the middle. I can combine the 6th, the 1st, and maybe the 4th fleet and try to go back to this system here and reclaim it. Actually, what I need to do is destroy this base. So I will send all of those 3 fleets that way. Again, this will leave all of our fleet vulnerable. All our bases vulnerable, because without fleet protecting them, they are just sitting duck. And if an empire warp in a big fleet, there's no way the base can defend itself against that. And we actually have a few lone ships flying about. Actually, we have quite a few lone ships flying about, and that's, I think, the other thing that I need to do more, because I cannot automate the fleet and have them do things. I will need to just have ships flying about to keep control of the colony and do that. Actually, I will need to test some of these ideas out offline and try to have an automate raiding fleet if I can. If I can have that happen, that'll be great. So let's watch these fleets moving in for attack. We will probably lose these ships here because one-on-one compared with the other ships that are weapon heavy, they are very, very weak. Their strength is in this formation here where they surround a base and attack. However, as I have said before, I should have transitioned from relying completely on this kind of formation to have a mixed formation where I have ships that can actually go toe to toes with the other ships while my fighter escort, if you will, destroy the bases. And we will destroy these bases, but probably at a fairly heavy loss. And here we go. That is one base down. And our agents have been successful. So let's go ahead and send it back out again. As an empire, these are some of the texts that I try to research in advance. Well, not in advance, but research as soon as I can, because they have such a huge effect. It's so nice to have your ship repair itself without having to go back to base. So, of course, it costs a lot of research to do, but as an empire, there's so much more research that we can do. So we have the first, the fourth, and the sixth fleet in the system. Oh, in various places in this system. Let's see what kind of resource we have here. this is a hydrogen base, so right now it's not very useful to us because our reactors all use Caslon. So what I would like to do is take a look around these system and see if we can find a Caslon source. So this one has Caslon. So I will send all 3 fleet down here. Unfortunately, we don't have enough money to build a new outpost. So hopefully we'll come into some money soon by raiding this planet here. The idea is to build a new outpost. Hopefully this one has it. It does not. The best place to build an outpost is obviously right on top of the colony, so we always keep them in check. Since that's not the case, let's try to come in and just raid this planet and wreak havoc around here, build a new outpost if we can. This is our first fleet. Let's go ahead and take care of these pirates. Go and raid this. I think that's the 4th fleet. Oh, that's our 6th fleet. Let's go ahead and raid this planet as well if we can. The 4th fleet is probably in the star system, so let's go ahead and raid as well. So we should be able to complete this raid pretty well with this kind of numbers here. But what we want is to get enough money in order to build some sort of outpost. So the 1st, the 4th, and the 6th. Have all run out of pots, so let's just wait here, and we should gain some more some influence here, and hopefully that will boost our income, so on and so forth. Okay, we rate it and we get more research. 2 pot, let's go and rate. 0 pot here, 0 pot here. Oh, pots coming back. Go and rate. This poor planet. Okay, and alright, did we get robotic repair, or did we still research that? Up to 92%. So almost there. 0 pot, 19 pot. Go ahead and rate these. So I'll queue a gas mining station here. The frame rate has dropped quite a bit because of all these fighters here. 5 pots here. I'm waiting for the first fleet to finish raiding, and then I'll get the 6th fleet to raid as well. Unfortunately, we're not making any kind of money here. So let's go ahead and repair. Refuel. Let's just keep the 4th fleet here. Actually, they can go repair too. These ships are not part of any fleet. They just automatically here, raiding and do things. So now we completely control this colony. However, it's a tiny colony, so it gives us 3k in income. In the meantime, we lost control of all the other colonies, and as such, our incomes tank. Let's see where the fleets are. All our fleets are going back over here to repair and things. Then we have a construction ships here going to repair a frigate way out there. That's kind of risky. Oh, I forgot to mention, between the last few recording and this one, I think between episode 14 and 15, I also added the ship symbol mod from the Sea of Star project, and what that does is it changes the symbol for freighters and passenger ships and mining ships on the galaxy view. So if you zoom in, you see these little dots moving about. So this one here is a mining ship, and this is a freighter. And there we go. We just finished researching or stealing or both the robotic repair technology. So let's see what else we can try to get. There's so much, just so much. Um, Rapid assembly is good. 95% 1 year. Let's see if we can do it in 3 months. So research. Oh, I'm sorry, because some of these will be outside of the screen, because I'm only recording a section of the screen, because my monitor resolution is quite large, quite high. So the list will be off the screen, and I will try to say exactly what I'm doing when that happens. I'm trying to find the one operative that has, I believe, 2% espionage skill. Yeah, this one. And since this empire seems to be a little bit easier to steal from, we'll go ahead and send her there as well. I assume that's because they don't have intelligent agents preventing or being doing counter espionage task. So first fleet is refueling, fourth fleet is going to repair, sixth fleet is going to repair. And let's check on our research. Maximize thrust output. Yes, that's fine. I'm trying to steal that as well if we can. Enhanced point defense is 5 because we want to go to the better missile. It's refueling. 6 spot. Let's finish refueling. Let's go ahead and rate this planet. Fourth fleet is repairing. Sixth fleet is repairing. I did not want to do that. Rate 2. Sixth fleet, once it's finished repairing, we'll do the same thing. Send all these 3 fleet together. Okay. Rate. Okay, our agents come back after the 3-month trip, so send her out again. Research. The list is so long, it went right past the screen. This time, hopefully, we'll be able to take care of, or hopefully, we'll be able to successfully raid this planet, seeing that we have such overwhelming odds. Slowly trying to make some money. Meantime, we do have a colony here. We don't have money to do anything there. There we go. We get quite a bit of stuff. Go raid it again. There we go. Get some money this time. I think we loot everything from this place already, and still not enough to do anything. So let's go ahead and move on to the next system. But before we do that, let's send this agent out again to steal some more technology. Been going for rapid assembly, but maybe better if we should just go ahead and pause here, and let's pick a next system. So we have few here, we have few here. We no longer have any outposts in this area. We have few here. Let's go visit the Ola system. Actually, let's go ahead and attack Ola 2 spaceport. 4, attack Ola 2 spaceport. 6, attack Ola 2 spaceport. And let's speed things up a little bit. And we've gone over time, but Let's go for another 5 minutes to 40 minutes. Hopefully by then we will be able to rate this planet a few more times and gain a little bit more money in order to build some gas mining operation, something that allow us to extend our range and just raid. Slow back down. Let's see the attack coming in. Well, the Space Force not been built. And one. Let's go ahead and capture the spaceport if we can. It's usually how that works. Sometimes you will be able to capture a spaceport, but most of the time it will self-destruct. That is okay. Let's go and raid the planet. And raid the planet. Let's see if we actually have a gas launch source here. A gas giant is a hydrogen source. That is Teledios. No, there's no gas launch source here, which is unfortunate. Because that means we will not be able to build a mining outpost here. Okay. This agent has come back. Send her back out. Rapid assembly. Not sure why I target rapid assembly. It's not like we are going to build much bigger ships. So see if we can get some money out of this planet as well. I agree, we need fun. Not much we can do about that. Oh, we raid and we got a little bit of things. Show me the target. Moon Kala is way over here. We do not have the range to go there and back safely, so I have to decline that. That's a lot of fighters. Can raid these. That's just a lot of fighters. Okay, our 2 agents also successfully coming back. Send them out again. Let's improve logistics, which should help. With the ship maintenance, so let's do that as well. Send this one back out as well. Improve logistic. Year, 3 months. Let's just play it safe. Not that we have much time to do that. This one for sleep. Okay. Now this looks like we will not be able to get much loot out of this planet here. So let's move on. And let's move over here. Four. Move here. Move here. Let's go ahead and send her out as well. Assembly, 3 months. Now I know that this system has a source of fuel, so I would like to have enough money by the time we raid this planet to build either an outpost if we're lucky, or a gas mining operation if we don't have enough money. But we are really running out of time, so let's pause here and let's see if we can do that in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.